What is going on, guys? It's Charles with TRC, and today we are back in Colorado. It's a little bit cold, but I've got one of the coolest and hottest cars in the state of Colorado right behind me. It's the Rainmaker STI. Let's go dig into it real quick.
My name's Ryan. We are Funky Built LLC out of Fort Collins, Colorado.
I am Eric Funkenbush, one of the mechanics and driver of the Rainmaker.
It is a 2007 Subaru WRX. It's on an ETS rotated turbo kit. It's on an EJ257 built in-house. It's on a stock 6-speed, soon to be built 6-speed by ZF Design. Currently holds the state record in Colorado as the fastest Subaru in Colorado at 888 at 159 mile an hour.
That's crazy.
On the mountain, baby.
That's awesome. Let's take a look at the car real quick. So it has this awesome carbon fiber wrap.
Cameron from Invictus Design right next to us actually did the wrap on it.
It's very menacing, obviously, without the headlights, you know, the little air intake right there.
Yeah, a little bit, you know. Need to make sure it looks like it's gonna here to do the business.
Definitely. Well, can we take a look at the business real quick? You guys want to pop on the hood for me? Woo!
All the fab work was done by Anthony Barfoot. He's our in-house fabricator at Funky Built.
So full tube front end.
Yep.
Do you guys have full cage started to?
Started at 850.
Started at 850? Yep. Okay, cool. Very nice. What size turbo was it?
It's a Zona Rotor 9262. Last time on the day I know at 38 PSI, which isn't maxed out, it made 985 and 855 foot-pounds.
And that's not even maxed out?
It's not maxed out yet.
Wow. So what do you think, if you were to push it all the way, give it all the beans, what do you think it would make?
I think it lands somewhere in the ballpark of 1,050, maybe a little bit more.
That's wild. That's crazy. So you guys got the Cosworth intake on here. You guys got a whole bunch of, like, a plethora of Cobb accessories on this. I know you guys are running, you said you're running on the access port?
We are running on the access port. We work with Cobb. We're Cobb Pro Tuners and dealers, so we like their products and they work for us, so we keep using them.
So what do we got going on in here? We got the Cobb access port right there.
Yep, Cobb access port. A couple of gauges up top just so I can monitor it while we're going down the track. Got the staging brake right here, which is also doubling as our parking brake with the bungee cord. And then we got the chute lever right here, and our regular H pattern 6-speed shifter.
Okay, cool, very nice. And it's is it a Cobb short shift?
Cobb short shift. I think it's been in there for going on 10 years probably.
Wow. That's crazy. And then you also have the lightweight seat.
Yep, Kirky full aluminum seat with the pad. Definitely makes it a lot more comfortable going down the track. It's pretty bare bones. There's not much to it. It's gutted as much as we can gut it.
Are these plexiglass windows or like
They are. We made them in-house.
Very nice. And then so you mount them on these brackets so that they're able to...
Brackets were made by Anthony again. We just bent some tube steel, tack welded these up, hand cut and hand traced the Lexan, and then bolted them to there, and as minimal stuff as we can to keep weight down.
So I'm looking at the back of the car and it looks like you guys have a lot going on back here. So what can you tell me about that?
So on the back here, we have our parachute. We are fast enough that we are required to have that parachute. We recently installed a drag wing on the back, keep it more stable at high speeds. We were starting to have issues where the rear was skating at the top end. So this is hopefully to negate that fact.
You guys have a fuel cell in this, right?
Yes.
Do you mind if we take a look at that?
Absolutely.
And you guys just got the quick release stuff.
Yep.
Take the trunk off. I'd love to see it. And then right back here, you got the rest of the cage, the fuel system. So what can you tell me about what's fueling this bad boy?
So right now, it's a fuel cell, just foam filled. It goes through a Fuel Lab pre-filter, then to a Fuel Lab twin screw brushless fuel pump, and then it goes to a post filter, and then that feeds it all the way up to the ID 2000cc injectors.
And then you guys also have the cage welded in back here and the battery relocate.
Yes.
Just, you know, weight distribution, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So I think the number one thing that most people are going to want to hear is this thing when it's running. Dude, that thing scoots and boots, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
She gets it. What got me into cars is Fast and the Furious. I grew up on the bike life, so I did all the bike stuff. And when I saw the movie, I liked the car meets, I liked the, you know, nighttime stuff. So that's why when I moved out to Colorado, I decided I would ditch the bike because I couldn't drive it all the time, and I would get more into the car life. So what prompted me to buy it was my friend I was in the Marine Corps with, he had one. I drove it, I liked it. So when we first got to Colorado after leaving the military, I bought the exact same car, basically. Same color, same make, same model. And I chose the 2007 Subaru WRX. I like the Hawkeyes, I liked World Rally Blue, I liked the color, I liked the way it drove. So I chose that car as my starting platform. Initially, I was stupid and I didn't know about the transmission. That was a very valid piece. And everybody had posted it as, oh, you can just do a couple mods and it's just as good as the STI. So that's why I ended up choosing the WRX. I probably would have chosen the STI if I had gone back. I first decided I wanted to start going fast with the car almost immediately. I'm a guy that likes to modify stuff, so I immediately was like, how can I make this faster? My first mod was an APS 3-inch exhaust. After that, I moved into Cobb access port and tuning. Our relationship with Cobb is we are Cobb Pro Tuners and dealers. Ever since the company started, we've been with Cobb. The car is currently still on a Cobb access port. When I started getting serious with the car was after I had done full bolt-ons. It was E85, it was tuned, it had an FP green on it, I had a nitrous intercooler sprayer. We were about 480 wheel horse, and we decided that we wanted to take it to the next step. So I called up ETS Performance and I wanted one of their turbo kits and their front mounts, and I chose a Gen 1 3582 to put on there. From Garrett on their rotated kit, and we made about 680, and it was fast and we loved it. I believe the car went 10s at that point at Bandimere. At that point, we did have a built motor in there. It was built in the house. Almost every single motor, actually every single motor that's ever been in this car is built by us in-house. It's one of our only cars in here that we are solid, we build it in-house. Every other car, we're IAG Gold certified, so we put an IAG block and everything else. This is the one car that we tend to do everything in-house. Knock on wood, and we'll find some wood around here knock, but we've never blown a motor in it. The biggest challenge we've probably had to overcome on this build is traction and getting the drivetrain to hold together. Realizing we needed to go to that next step. We were going for big power, quick times, fast hits. So everything had to be the drive line, drive shaft shop, pro level everything, carbon drive shafts, upgraded front and rear axles, Exetti triple plate clutches. I mean, everything had to be the highest of the high to handle it. Solid mount, everything. Other than that, everything else between myself, James, and Eric has been figured out relatively easy between all of us. Most of the design features off the car, initially it was World Rally Blue. I replaced the doors with carbon, replaced the hood with carbon, gutted everything you could out of it to make weight. After we did that, James, the third owner of Funky Built, decided that we needed to make it look different. And it needed to stand out. Like everybody recognizes the big, name cars, so we need to be one of those. So we let him basically choose the wrap. He chose this gold carbon, which everybody loved. The black ground effects came by for we were starting to have aerodynamic issues going down the track. As certain speeds started increasing, we were having way too many issues. I was basically lifting the car off and creating instability. So created these and built them in-house and slapped them on and worked perfect. As far as the tire setup, Mickeys are used by a ton of the other top guys, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we just ordered a set of the 26 8.5 Mickey ET drags. The slicks definitely gave us a better 60 foot for sure. But with that came more issues with the rear diff now. Because there's nothing really out there to upgrade that, that became our issue. So currently, it's just driver skill to not bust the diff as soon as you let go of the clutch. So the current motor in there is what we call the God block. It's a block we kind of cooked up with our machinist. EJ257 with some tricks poured into it. CP pistons, spotter rods, just recently got a billet crank from Manley. The current turbo in there is a 9262S Zona rotor. Boost control on this is ran by a Cobb 3 port. It is basically just the standard what you get on your normal cars. So the pilot of the car is Eric Funkenbush. He's another owner of Funky Built. I don't pilot it, it's just not my thing to do. I prefer motorcycles for if I'm gonna drive and do something stupid. So I tend to do that. It's just the way the G's interact with the body. For whatever reason, I don't particularly like driving the cars. The reasoning also behind why he drives it is the car, when it started being made for breaking records, holding the record, was more so done as a business decision to show the people what we could do and why they should choose us. At the same time, I'm a businessman with a business degree, so I also chose the better driver for it. I felt he would be a much better driver, therefore it would show the car better, and at the end of the day, that's the whole point of this, was to showcase for the business. Even at the 888, we still haven't maxed out the boost on it yet, and still had shifting issues with the trans. I think the goal for the car currently is to max it out at the Bandimere Mountain, which would be, in my personal opinion, I think 8.5s would be where it's going to end at this altitude. It'll probably run faster at sea level. Maybe we might do that at some point, but right now we're just trying to dominate Colorado. I think our current plan for this year is to attend 6 events at Bandimere, see if we can chop down our record time a little bit more, and then we'll go from there and see if we're gonna travel to any other places.
Dude, this thing is an absolute beast of a Subaru, and I cannot wait to see you guys break your own record this year.
Yes.
Cannot wait to see it. I know it's gonna happen.
Every season.
Every season you're breaking new
keep
records.
breaking our own record, so. This will be a tough one to beat. 888 is going to be a tough one, but as soon as I get these tires figured out, yeah, we should be, I'm hoping 850.
850, man. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Thank you so much.
Be sure to give these guys some love at Rainmaker STI on Instagram and at Funky Built on Instagram. Go give them a follow, show them the love that they deserve. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time.